Hi folks, I'm Will, hope you're well. I'm going to do a little chat about camping and what to do if it's cold. I'm just looking outside, it's beautiful, clear, cold. So I was just imagining being out on the hill and the fact that I'd have to be a bit thoughtful about what I'm doing to stay nice and warm. These are a few ideas that might help if you're out and it's cold and you're shivering. So firstly, you're going to need a little bit of imagination in that we're in my front room, we're not in a tent, but everything that I'm going to show you, we'll just imagine that you're inside your tent and it's set up. So quite often when we're out, we'll end up having quite damp outer layers. So these are my waterproofs, so we'll imagine that they're pretty wet, and the bottom of my trousers are as well. So if I was to get in my sleeping bag with any damp kit, then obviously I'm just going to be cold. But I don't want to waste these layers. So I'm going to get my dry bag and turn it inside out. And I'll just put the kind of damp waterproofs in my trousers in there. I'll do this if it's dry, if they're dry as well actually. Chuck them in here. Then that forms quite a nice comfy pillow. So I'll pop that at the top of my bedspread. Winning. Other things that I'd do would be to strip any kind of damp base layers off. So quite often we're out walking, we'll get quite sweaty. This is my bottom layer. So again, if I go into my sleeping bag with this on, I'm just going to end up cold. So what I've done is taken it off so that I've just stripped down to my kind of mid layer, and then this soft shell which has stayed dry because of my waterproofs. And I'll put my duvet jacket on. And then I'm going to use this base layer as a part of the hot water bottle. So if you have one of these kind of solid Nalgene bottles, they're brilliant. You can fill them up with boiling water and then pop it inside this. And because it's quite a thin layer, then the heat will come out, but it won't end up burning the inside of my legs. And it'll also dry the layer out a little bit. So that's ready to go. I have taken my trousers off, but don't worry, I've put a pair of shorts on. So the next thing that I do, I really like wearing a gilet, and I find something I've experimented with is using this as part of my layering system when I'm in my sleeping bag. Sorry, I'm just laughing. It's quite ridiculous doing this. The people walking outside my front room at the minute and they're looking in at this maniac. So forget my gilet and go from the kind of waist side in. Such a good look, this. You don't want to go out for a wee in the middle of the night dressed like this, just scare people. But I find if you do that, you end up trapping lots of warm air from your thighs. Now, I've noticed a massive difference in doing this or not having any insulation on here at all. So do that. And then always have a spare pair of mittens, or commonly, certainly at the minute when it's cold. These are dry because they're my spare ones, so I can chuck those on my feet. They're toasty. Right, so now I'm set. Have my hot water bottle ready and get in my sleeping bag. Pull it all up. You can put obviously your hot water bottle wherever you want. I normally put it just between my thighs. That seems to keep things the warmest. And tuck my belay jacket into my gilet. Do everything up. Obviously you lose loads of heat through your head, so you need to have a hat on, pull your hoods up. Right, and then the next thing, if you're pretty cold, is to do something to actually warm you up. So if you get into your sleeping bag and you're cold, then you're not really going to get warm. It's a bit like pouring cold water into a flask. It isn't going to heat up. Whereas if I get myself really warm in here, then I'll trap a load of warm air. So you just need to do something quite vigorous, so a load of sit-ups. And just keep going until you can't do any more, or you really pop. We'll say that's enough. And then that's just going to make my body warm. I'll give off a load of heat and that will keep me nice and warm. I'll also pull this hood up as well, now that I'm fully set. If during the night I get cold, I'll just do even more sit-ups. Hope that's useful, folks. I know that we're on lockdown, but you could always open all of the windows at home, or turn your heating off, or camp in the garden and see if any of this stuff helps.